back here at the GSL, brought to you by LG Intel and G-Skill. I'm Tasteless. With me is Artosis, and we have a very important match today.
Yes, we do, and it is going to be an exciting one. The BlizzCon World Champion, Genius from the MVP team, against Slayer's BoxeR himself, Emperor. This is actually going to be really good.
I think Genius might be slightly favored here, but Slayer's BoxeR never fails to impress me.
Yeah, no, this guy actually uses nukes. I've seen him recently go battle cruisers in TVP.
I loved it when he made those mass orbitals, was dropping mules.
He's one of the only players that just constantly does that. Is he gets to the late game, he's like,
Slayer's BoxeR is so ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
But, you know, Genius is pretty, I mean, he lives up to his name.
He's been ahead of the curve since the beta.
Yeah.
In the beta, this guy was like the scariest Protoss in the world.
No kidding, man.
Scarier than MC, actually.
I remember when he lost in, GSL Season 1, all the players were like,
yeah.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. He was actually favored to perhaps win that. So.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's going to be a great match. I'm really excited. Let's introduce our first player. There he is, Genius. We actually casted him, pulling through with a victory at the BlizzCon World Championship
over Loner.
That's right. I was actually about to say, I was like, who was he playing against? It was Loner.
Loner, man. It's a great series. Well, here he is. Very strong player still. Hasn't had as deep results as he is wanted in the GSL so far. I feel like he's better than what he's placed. But he's been solid. You know, every time he's up against the ropes, he comes out with those big wins.
Yeah, he's a member of the team MVP. This is not to be confused with the player MVP. Sorry for that's a bit misleading, but it is a Korean pro team MVP. And
what if there was a player named I'm that joined MVP?
Oh God,
MVP, yeah, MVP I'm and I'm MVP, and they play each other.
That's when we actually step in.
And they use a Terran. And
I'm like, listen, hold on here. This is a little bit too misleading. This is, of course, the Super Tournament. And this, of course, is Slayer's BoxeR.
Look at that haircut.
Look at that guy. Looking sharp. Slayer's BoxeR is probably the most influential person in esports history, especially here in Seoul, South Korea.
Korea, no doubt about it.
He is so famous that everybody knows who he is in Korea. And most people actually know who he is outside of Korea. So, this guy was one of the original best StarCraft 1 pro gamers. Kind of went more into coaching. Now he's back here. He already has his own team, the Slayers team. And
still an unbelievably high skill level.
Yeah, he's very good. I mean, he spends a lot more time coaching, running the team, but he's still a very scary player. And yeah, man, I mean, this is very exciting.
Yeah, I'm actually like totally stoked about this match. This is a great match. I actually have no idea who's going to win. I do, as you said, give an edge to Genius. But Slayer's BoxeR has shown time and time again that whenever you most think he's washed up, he comes back big.
Yeah, this is a guy I think who has more, maybe him and Null Rob from StarCraft 1, the most outrageous strats that we've seen to date.
Absolutely.
So here's our map lineup: Jewel Site, Crevasse, and Terminus Reed. And they both limited Crossfire, interestingly enough.
Yeah, that is very
Crossfire, man, that map's a real bitch to play on, to be totally honest. It's a really
It can be
map.
a pain.
Yeah. So I'm not really shocked by that. All right. The countdown started. By the way, I love that bird in our intro video. The big flaming bird.
Yeah, you like that?
Oh, that's Pirate Bird, man. All right, it's game time here. Head-to-head. Genius against Slayer's BoxeR here. With Baller Nerds and Pirate Birds, this is the GSL.
MVP Genius versus Slayer's BoxeR.
All right, it's time. Our Protoss player, this guy is very intelligent. He's very crafty with his strategies, very deceptive on a psychological level.
MVP Genius.
And one of the few players from the MVP team that is managed to be in a tournament as prestigious as the GSL Super Tournament. Now, over here in the blue, nicknamed the Emperor in the Korean scene, a pro gamer, as well as a celebrity.
He is that. He's Lance Armstrong. He's Michael Jordan. He's everything.
He's everything.
That's
cool.
Every famous person from every sport.
Yep.
Is who he is. Wayne Gretzky.
Yep. Mike Tyson.
That guy that bowled like all perfects.
That guy that can eat like 50 hot dogs or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Did he just die? Am I making this up? Oh,
I didn't hear that. BoxeR KOG.
Mo Trap made that. That's Mo Trap.
Mo Trap.
It's Mo.
Give me some Mo that trap.
All right, scouting probe comes in here, checks, sees no proxy, presses, oh thank God. Because I'm playing against Slayer's Box, we need proxies all the time.
Yeah.
Steals a mineral.
Not just a mineral, but 5. There's 5 minerals in there. I know it looks like 1 basis, but its value is up at 5. I counted the carats. I zoomed in. I can tell.
All right, so what I'm wondering is what is Genius's strat going to be here? We'll probably have to wait until the cybernetics core finishes before we really get an idea.
He's getting a super fast second gas.
Yeah, I saw that.
Well, it's not super, super fast, but it's fast. And I like that. I like that he's doing that. You probably want to make a lot of centuries against BoxeR because you never know what he's going to do.
So here's the command center on the way. We got a little bit of downtime, so you guys might want to add us on Twitter. Call me Tesis, Artosis, and Gom TV's. You might have the old Gom TV Twitter account. The new one is Gom TV.
Yeah.
Not net.
And check out thehandsomenerd.com. We have some great new shirts up there. StarCraft shirts.
Yeah, maybe you're a guy that doesn't have any clothes.
Yeah.
Maybe you're cold.
You're naked.
You're naked.
Complete.
Well, maybe you should order some shirts.
Yeah.
Now, the SCV will be picked up here. Basically, SCV cannot get away from a stalker.
As he gets away.
Bunker on the way here. That's actually interesting.
Yeah, it looks like
it looks like he wants to fake doing some kind of tech or something.
Yeah, yeah. He's making it look like
Banshee.
This may be a Marauder expand. This may be anything. But in fact, just uses that gas to get out a very quick reactor and go for an expand. It's a good build. It's a very good build by Slayer's BoxeR. He's always someone who tries to deceive his opponent. Mind games are like, they are BoxeR. That's what BoxeR is.
This probe going to each of the gateways, which are essentially Xenon watchtowers. And, the funny thing about watching two players like this play MVP and Slayer's BoxeR Genius and Slayer's BoxeR, is that, whatever they show their opponent, it's not what they're doing.
Yeah.
These are two of the sneakiest players in all of StarCraft 2.
That's
in
true.
the entire world.
They might even be sneakier than Trickster himself.
Yeah.
And that guy's a trickster, man.
That's his name, man.
Yeah. Can't make a much more tricky name than that. Maybe like I'm lying. TSL I'm lying. Like, I think you're lying. He's like, no, I'm not. I'm like, you lied again!
All right, the warp gates are up and running, and it looks like it's going to be a kind of a very steady, safe 3 warp gate expand build here.
This
He doesn't want to do anything.
He's staying on top of his ramp because he does not trust Slayer's BoxeR. He has sentries. He has a ton of gas banked, and he's going Robo. So this is actually like as safe as you can get.
This
Look,
is so
the Robo
middle of the
is
road.
rallied to his minerals so that he can get the observer there.
Just
it's
in
so
case
funny.
a Banshee comes out.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like what Genius has decided to do is essentially play as safe as possible, try to stop Slayer's BoxeR and whatever sneaky thing he's most likely going to do, and then after deflecting that, win the game.
And Slayer's BoxeR, very interestingly, is going for 2 barracks tech rush. So he's rushing right up to Medivacs with this. And this is a style that Select from Dignitas, the former 2-time Dawn of War world champion, really popularized actually quite a long time ago. You rush to these dropships really quick, and you really tax your opponent's multitasking. You say, you know what, you better split every unit perfectly, or I am going to kill you. So we're going to see some hyper-aggression, hyper-harassment from Slayer's BoxeR, and we're going to have to see if that works out for him. Can Genius defend against this well?
Now, he has moved out of his base. Logan, I think you're dead on. I think it's smart of Slayer's Boxer, by the way, to take this kind of approach because this is one of his stronger points.
Yeah, this is
multitasking and throwing the guy off.
Absolutely. This is like a build for BoxeR. He's already got stim done. We're going to in a second here. And it's like a great choice, man. The other neat thing we see with this a lot is you attack, and when they force field, you lift up and run behind, because your opponent's normally stalker light at this point in the game.
All right. As you can see here, it's about to be time for the attack to occur. Genius is basically anticipating this, so I think Slayer's Boxer will actually have to turn around.
Yeah, he may have to. In fact, he sees that and does turn around very smartly. The observer is on his tail.
Observer is on pursuit.
Leave it to me. You're an observer, man. What are you going to do?
Uh-oh.
It's like the biggest tattletale in the whole world. I'm like, yeah, that's a good superpower.
It's like the biggest stool pigeon ever. Okay, here comes the drop.
He does have some zealots in here, so it's going to be hard
to
for
target fire the medevacs here.
Yeah, he does. But looks like he is going to target some of these Marines down. Uh-oh, Slayer's
my
BoxeR.
God. Oh, this is so bad right now. Oh, please.
Goes over the dead Christmas trees. Can he get away?
He's getting close. This is an open area. Stalkers are pretty fast, and he will get it.
Now that is so painful for Slayer's BoxeR. Falls way behind, 92 supply to 65. You know, here's my problem with it. He knew an observer was on him. You know, he's Slayer's BoxeR. He's used to seeing observers, the shadow of them moving and stuff. He saw that he wasn't going to get the drop to work once, and then he tried it again, and it didn't work again, and he lost everything because of it. So that's painful, Tasteless. He did not really adapt correctly to Genius there.
No, he definitely did not adapt correctly. You're right about that. Now, you know what surprises me is he should have seen the blur of the observer.
Yeah.
And, yeah, a little bit just caught off guard. And he's also doing it again to the observer, floating over his army, and he's not scanning.
Genius choosing a good tech path right now. Chrono boosting out Forge upgrades, getting his Templar Archives, getting his Blink up. Blink going to be preferable to charge at the moment, just to stop any drops, because Slayer's BoxeR is behind. He can't really do a frontal attack.
You know, if I were Genius, scary. I would have expanded again right away.
Oh, yeah?
Well, you know, it's like you just killed that off. Like,
that's quite true.
Gets another medevac. This is getting bad, Artosis.
Yeah, it's getting really bad.
Uh-oh.
He's just starting to kill stuff, man.
I think he actually might be able to just go kill him. He has enough stalkers.
Maybe. Yeah,
we'll see. A lot of it will depend on
he has a lot of
force
sentry
fields.
energy, yeah. That's what it comes down to a lot of the time. I wouldn't attack right here, though, because, you know, you're already ahead. You don't have to kill him right here. If you just play a very solid game from here, Slayer's BoxeR is going to have an unbelievably hard time to kill you, whereas if you attack in and he holds, man, I mean, Marauders and Marines build pretty quick. He's going to have a sizable amount of units. He's going to have his SCVs.
All right. Forcing to cancel there. Nice. That's a perfect poke.
Yeah.
That's how you do it. You go in there, you do a little bit of damage, you leave.
And he does have Blink now. So now he can actually do some of these pokes and get away unharmed.
Worker scouting the inside of MVP's base.
And he sees the
Genius's base. I'm so sorry I keep calling him MVP, guys.
Sees the Chrono Boost on the Templar Archive stasis. So he realizes, uh-oh, I need Ghosts. But Slayer's BoxeR, he already has
actually just stemmed everything to kill a probe and a pylon.
Ouch.
Actually, might have just been the few units in the front. So
he even tricked Tasteless with that.
Well, right as you said, you like clicked on the units on your thing, and I'm like, ooh. I'm like, I can either admit that I was wrong, or
I like tell everyone later.
Tasteless is a liar. All right. Well, right now, Slayer's BoxeR really can't, you know, assert any dominance in the middle of the map. I mean, if he actually bumps into that army, he is just going to be killed. Genius is continuing to take up the map, and the big problem now for Slayer's BoxeR is how is he going to get an expansion up?
Yeah, that's quite a good point. He's probably going to have to use planetaries from here on out.
Yep.
And a lot of this is going to come down to his ghosts. How good can his ghosts actually be? He's already getting personal cloaking for them. Very smart. He's going to probably want to get Mobius Reactor. If I were Slayer's Boxer here, I would probably try to rely on these ghosts a lot because Genius is going to be absolutely fearsome. He's going to have a lot of charge cells. He already has decent upgrades going, even though Slayer's Boxer is keeping up with that right now. But the High Templars, they're going to be dastardly.
Okay, he's moving over there to that expansion location. There's even an Archon within this army. So this is a pretty well mixed army.
Yeah. I mean, that Archon, obviously very good. Not as good as a casting Archon, but very good nonetheless.
He does not have a mic or a headset on. Now, you see, this is the problem I was talking about. How is Slayer's Boxer going to get an expansion? And this all comes back to that moment where he lost the medevac.
Oh, my. And good EMP. You want to talk about good EMP? That was it.
Yeah, he's turning everything around.
Yeah, his Marines are going to deal insane damage now, and Genius smartly runs away.
That changed everything. One good EMP.
Yeah, man. BoxeR and EMPs, BoxeR and Ghosts go together like peas and carrots.
Yeah, somebody's going to call the Ghostbusters on this guy, man. Go ahead. You can laugh. It's kind of
Ghostbusters
funny.
are High Templars. They lost their Ghostbuster backpacks, though, from that EMP.
Yeah, man. Right now, they might be covered in ectoplasm. Now, right now, I think Genius is just going to have to go back and wait for his energy to regain. But this does open up a small window of time where
Genius does
he can actually expand. Slayer's Box can expand. Go ahead, Artosis.
Genius does have a bigger army still, so you have to keep that in mind. And he is switching over to Colossus. Does not have. Oh, he does have one out, but just one so far, so that's not a huge deal. But that's something that Slayer's Boxer needs to figure out, and he needs to counter, because when your opponent goes heavy Ghost and counter your High Templar, you switch back into Colossus on 3 base, the 4th going up. That is going to be really, really hard to deal with, especially if you go 2 Robo, which is what Genius is going to do. Because he's a genius.
He's a genius.
He's a chunje.
That's Korean for genius. Chunje. Now, what? Go ahead, Artosis.
Just do that for the rest of the match.
I like the pylon there at the gold base. That's smart.
I like the one high. Well, I don't actually like the one.
I don't understand the one high Templar. He's just storm it and kill those Marines.
That'd be kind of
You
funny.
killed my pylon. Oh, I'm not tough. Oh, so
he even gives away the probe, trying to make the pylon up there.
Probe's like, dude, trying to make pylons over here. Oh my God, that was such a good EMP. Beautiful.
A lot of Sentry energy is gone. The High Templars, though, still have a lot of energy left. Nice blink in.
Closing in now. Now, is he going to take it all the way? You know, with the Zealots, the charge ability, and their armor, they could take so much more damage.
Yeah. Now, this is still a fearsome army.
Okay, here comes, it's going to be a storm. Nope. Sometimes I feel like when the Templars move, they look like mannequins on strings.
Oh, we got a cloak going on. Nice EMPs.
My God.
Insanely good EMPs. Now he just has some dodge. Oh my God. So many amazing EMPs from Slayer's Boxer. Gets to dodge those Colossus shots. And other than that, he's looking pretty okay. He's got 2-1 upgrades. Genius, on the other hand, 2-1 upgrades as well. So they mirrored each other exactly there. Not a huge army out here for Slayer's Boxer. Where's the rest of your units?
Oh, nice snipe. Lucas, just one High Templar. That was a good moment to use snipe rather than EMP.
Yeah.
Oh, it's another Ghost. Man, I cannot believe how good Slayer's Boxer's control is right now. He's actually whittling down an army that's way stronger than his.
He's doing a great job, Tasteless. And Genius has to be careful here. But he does have Psystorms almost ready, and they're going to finish just now. Just gets them ready at the last second. More Zealots coming in as well. So Slayer's Boxer just slightly overextending here.
And unfortunately, Slayer's Boxer didn't lose that battle, but not without really carving down on Genius's army size.
Yeah, unfortunately, Genius does have the gold base. He does have 4 bases, in fact, total, to Slayer's Boxer's 3. That's going to make it hard, you know? Even though you're doing all these great micro-maneuvers, you have to be expanding. Slayer's Boxer should have a 4th base right now.
And as I check the income tab, Slayer's Boxer has like almost 50% more of an income.
Yeah, that's called a mule. But Genius has that gold base, so, I mean, he is going to get ahead, economically speaking, as these mules go away.
Oh, Oh, man, and he had this as an orbital here, not a planetary, so he can't defend it as easily.
Gets his SCVs away, so that's very important, but there are 4 Colossus out. Slayer's BoxeR does have double reactored starports, but he's making all medevacs out of one, which is an interesting choice. Nice harassment up here at the gold. If only he can get that, that will be huge.
Yeah, that'll be at least one way to delay his opponent. You know, taking out the gold Nexus that causes a major hiccup in the economy here. He needs to focus fire that Nexus, and goodbye.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful.
Huge snipe right there. By the way, Genius has gone up in 1 armor upgrade. So he's at 3 armor. 1 upgrade ahead of Slayer's BoxeR.
Slayer's BoxeR is taking back the expansion over here.
You know, I'm concerned that Slayer's BoxeR is not making enough Vikings right now.
Well, I think his angle might be to win with the just mass Stim Rate Marauder because this map is so open.
You know, he's got a good number of medevacs right now, which is becoming more and more the style. Like, a lot of medevacs and a lot of Vikings, but he does not have the Viking numbers that he needs at this moment to actually take out this Protoss army. It's going to be just too scary with these 6 Colossus stations. 6.
Jeez, man.
Like, you can't actually take out 6 Colossus, so what you have, Slayer's BoxeR.
I actually think this could be the final engagement.
Yeah, no,
since the micro battle here, Genius is very apprehensive about actually engaging head-on Slayer's BoxeR. He keeps peeking over here. He's like, "What? Does he have enough?" Or?
He actually needs like 15 Viking stasis, but he only has 7 right now.
EMP that missed, mind you.
Not a ton of anti-air units from Genius. Decent number of stalkers. Well, he does have those side storms as well, so what am I saying? He's going to own those Vikings so quick.
All right, here we go. This is a good angle for the Protoss. And beautiful side storm.
There are too many Colossus here.
Yeah,
not enough
that's going to be it. This is something Slayer's BoxeR cannot recover from. You can see he's trying to micro around, but there are actually 6 Colossus out. On top of that, the Archons, the Zealots, the Sentries, the Stalkers, the High Templars, yada, 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 yada. There's too much stuff.
Yeah, these Colossus are going to be able to clean up anything that comes out at this point. Slayer's BoxeR not making any Vikings whatsoever, just staying on Marauders. And we should be seeing GG any second.
Yeah, I mean, this game is basically over. GG. GG. Well done by Genius.
No, that was actually a really good game. Slayer's BoxeR got pretty far behind losing those 2 dropships, and then started to come back with amazing EMPs.
Yeah.
But I do have to say one thing. I feel like he didn't take Colossus seriously.
Well, you know, in that matchup, you have to respect the Colossus.
You do, and he had the 2 starport. And yeah, medevacs are awesome. Medevacs are great. Medevacs,
we really appreciate, you know.
Yeah. They taste great on my plate.
Yeah.
But you have to make a ton of Vikings against that many Colossus. If there's like 6 Colossus out, you actually need so many Vikings. You have to kill them. And then you can like land your Vikings if you want or something like that.
It's weird that he didn't just stick either with all pure medevac or a balance of medevac Viking.
Like,
it's like he suddenly was like,
is
this is a bad idea. I'm just going to go back.
You would have done better in that battle with more medevacs.
They were like more Colossus at points in time than there were Vikings.
Yeah, no, it was 7 Vikings against 6 Colossus.
Yeah.
And the Colossus have +3 armor against no plus attack upgrades for the Vikings.
It was a bad move by him. I have to say, though, I was very impressed with Slayer's BoxeR's micro in that center mid-game battle.
No,
He was actually
that's what I'm saying, man.
Around.
If he would just respect the Colossus a little bit more, that would be the solid TVP that we just saw.
Well, we're going to have to see if Slayer's BoxeR can come up with a better approach. I believe our second map is Crevasse. So this is another really big map. It's not like Dual Sight's big, but it's kind of – it doesn't feel as big when you plan it. You know what I mean?
It feels like a small map.
It feels like a small map, the kind of geography of it. But this is a much bigger map. I don't know. Do you think Slayer's BoxeR is going to do a proxy? He could do a proxy.
He might. I
don't think I've ever casted a best of 3 with Slayer's BoxeR where he didn't hide a building somewhere on the map.
You're quite right, Jesus.
All right. It's game time. Genius against Slayer's BoxeR. Can Slayer's BoxeR make a comeback? Or is Genius going to take the throne away from the Emperor? We're going to find out head-to-head here in this Protoss against Terran here at the GSL.